Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Steve Kim. I'm the General Counsel and Head of Global Overseas Business for Yurai-Korea. It's an honor to be here, and thank you for inviting me to speak at PATINEX 2021. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about something that you probably have not heard from PATINEX for a long time: cows, more specifically, livestock technologies. Yes, we are going to be talking about cows today, and we are going to be talking about technology that's surrounding one of the oldest industries in the world. You may have not noticed, but there are over 4,000 patents alone on cow and animal husbandry. And from this chart, you could probably see just some of the samples of the technology that's involved in bringing up cows to our table. And you could see from technologies that are involving capsules, to ear tags, to necklace, and all of these technologies have been patented, but more recently, because of the increase in global demand, the technology development has sped up, and more technologies is being introduced to this very, very old and traditional industry. The number of patents related to the cattle are over 4,000, as I mentioned, and some of the key countries, United States, China, Europe, are leading the technological development in providing what is necessary to make our farms more efficient and productive. Some of the keywords that you'll see up on the screen are the search keywords that we have used just to look at some basic patents that are related to cow and animal husbandry. And global livestock market has been increasing despite the economic condition and despite COVID-19 as well. These are time-tested and truly traditional industries that have withstood many challenges oncoming from global and geopolitical pressures. In 2021, we estimate that the industry will continue to grow to close to 10%. And from this chart, on the picture that you see on the screen, you'll see the number of companies that are involved in developing the technologies to make our cows safer, healthier, so that at the end of the day, the food that we eat are chemical-free and medication-free. These are some of the patents that we have just filed as well. And you could see just on the chart that we file a number of patents involving different technologies involving cows and other animals as well. Yes, there are technologies that are being developed for cows as well as chicken, pigs, and dogs and cats, and we're involved in that industry as well. We foresee that the technological development will continue and it'll increase our capability not only as a specific company or individual companies, but as an industry which will grow to meet the demand, where we see more and more population growth coming in from large countries like China and more developing countries from Africa as well. And some of the keywords that you see on the screen are some of the key aspects of the technologies that are being developed: disease management, AI. These are all data-related technologies that we are here to talk about, and the main theme of PATINEX 2021, which is data development. I think it'll be clear for us to talk about exactly what we do, and you'll get a better understanding as to why we are doing this and what the industry is requiring, and why data is playing a key role in developing this industry. Our product is relatively simple. It's a capsule product, which we have the cow swallow. And our capsule is designed to stay in the stomach of the cow for the duration of the lifetime of the cow. And the reason why this is possible is that cows have 4 stomachs. They're called ruminary animals. And chambers 1 and 2 of the stomach are basically storage units. And we have developed a technology where our capsules will stay in those chambers. And from that, data will be sensed, temperature, activity, sometimes GPS if necessary, and it'll be sent to our AI server where it'll be analyzed, and we will actually continue to look at the data and provide feedback to the farmers. For example, if a cow is sick because of the temperature increase, our system will detect that, and we will actually try to pinpoint why that temperature is increasing as well. And we have actually spread this technology to other animals as well. You see on the chart, on the sheep, on pigs, on horses. Just like human beings, whenever there is an abnormality in your body, temperature will increase because your body is trying to fight that infection. And we try to actually detect that to give an early warning system to the farmers so that they could take early action. You see on the chart two pictures, a baby cow, a calf, and an adult cow. Here, what is important is that we try to manage the health from beginning to end. Just like people, just like human beings, a healthy baby will become healthy adults. A healthy baby cow will become productive cows as well. Better milk, more productive, healthier, they live longer, all of that is possible. So we try to actually provide a health management from beginning to end as well. You see on the chart that there is a calf mortality of 12 to 16%. In other words, when you have baby cows that are born 10 times, at least 1 or 2 times those baby cows will die. And baby cows for the first 12 months will likely suffer from diarrhea and pulmonary diseases that will affect their later health status as well. This is where we try to actually catch these symptoms early so that early action could be taking place and resolve that issue before they actually become a problem. We have started developing our technology back in 2012, but for the first 3 years, you'll see that we have done no sales because we actually focused on data. Here is where we talk about why we are here today at PATINEX 2021. We have applied data science to one of the oldest industries in the world. More data means better AI, smarter AI, and more accurate and effective AI analysis system. So we spent 3 years getting data from various different farms, as well as farms from the United States, Germany, Brazil, all over the place, using our technology to obtain data from different species of cows as well. This is necessary because each different regions have different type of cows and different needs. So we needed to actually have our AI system understand those needs and differentiate what's needed for those farms as well. We have then continued to broaden the technology to include the latest 5G technology for telecommunication purposes, as well as branch into other animals. We are the first company to actually have a baby cow solution. There are other solutions that are for other animals as well, but we are the first company that have actually applied AI data science to the method. These are the two products, one for the baby cow and one for the adult cows. Relatively simple. They swallow it, it stays in there, it collects data, we analyze the data, and actually we provide feedback to that data as well. So what we tell the farmers and the veterinarian is that we're not here to compete with them. We're not actually here to question their knowledge or know-how, which have been handed down generation to generation. We are here to actually assist them in making faster and more accurate decisions. That's the process. And that's what a lot of the data science involved in this industry is actually aiming at, is to actually allow the user to make better judgment quicker. And one of our key aspects is that we actually work with veterinarians as well. So we developed the technology not to overshadow the industry knowledge and the overall know-how that they have developed for the past several thousand years. Our application, we try to remain as simple and user-friendly as possible as well. We have also involved drone technology, which I'll talk to you about later. But we have also involved drone technology so that they could actually track their animals, because some of the farms outside of Korea, in Brazil and Australia, have 5,000 cows, 50,000 cows. They are farms that are larger than most soccer and baseball stadiums that we see here as well. So, why do we do and why do other companies have focused on data science and focused on bringing that data into the platform, which is the industry today? You'll see a number of things that we're trying to do, but if you focus on number 1, 2, and 3, which is disease management, heat detection, and calving management as well. Disease management is self-explanatory. We try to actually manage the disease, and we try to actually provide early detection notice as well. Heat detection is something that you have not heard. Cows need to be pregnant, and cows need to give birth to baby cows round the clock. It has to be a repeatable cycle and predictable cycle as well. If that cycle is broken, then that cow is basically wasting money and time. So we try to make sure that we identify cows that need to be pregnant and that should be pregnant at certain time. And calving this basically means that they are giving birth to baby cows. These days, they've been domesticated so much that they need people's help. We give 24-hour notice to the farmers saying your cow number 238 is about to give birth in 24 hours, so please have it ready. So we try to provide that. Once those 3 elements are actually ready, then the remaining 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they come into place. More effective, more productive, and more efficient farm. Global market is obviously where we want to be at. Korea is number 18 at 3.5 million cows. It is an important market for us because there is the premium aspect, which we actually aim as well. So there is the overall mass beef market and the premium beef market, which we try to aim for not only for Korean market, but for global market as well. So we spent the past 5 years traveling all over the world, Denmark to Brazil to everywhere, to establish our company and to market our technology as well. Raw data and data science itself, this is key. We actually enter the market by doing test projects. And we actually offer these test projects basically at no cost. The reason why we do that is because of data. We want the data and we want our system to learn what is going on at that farm. How are the cows being managed? How are the overall general health status of the cows? Then our AI system could actually provide more accurate status updates and notifications as well. These are some of the actual case studies that we have done. Mastitis means that it's actually a breast infection. On a milk cow, breast infection could be devastating because it stops producing milk. So these are the things that we try to actually identify and detect early on to provide notice. Number 2, just like people, when you get vaccines, people actually get feverish, they get sick from vaccines as well. Cows do the same thing. We do it because we don't want the farmers to actually spend time in trying to identify which cows are actually having an adverse reaction to the vaccine. We will tell them, and they could simply deal with the cows as they see necessary. Calf diarrhea. As I mentioned, diarrhea is actually one of the key reasons why baby cows die. We actually detect this early, and this is actually an example from a Japanese farm which we provided early detection notice, and they were very thankful that we did this. Calving prediction. Whenever a cow is about to give baby cow birth, their temperature decreases slightly. And our system could actually detect that and differentiate that between temperature decrease from water drinking and environmental temperature as well. So our system, and the reason why we keep saying data, 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 is becoming smarter to actually identify and differentiate these little things. Estrus, this is what I meant by heat detection. This is where we identify the cows where we think that they need to be pregnant, so artificial insemination could take place as well. This is one of the technologies that's making the farmers and farms much more productive and thereby higher revenue. We started out small. We are now 60 people and we continue to grow. We work with some of the major companies that, as you see on the below, and you'll notice that we have a lot of telecommunication companies. This is because we use a lot of data and network space to provide basically overall reachability and accessibility to our global consumers and clients as well. We have made strides and we continue to make efforts to broaden our presence outside of Korea. So we are in Denmark, we're in Singapore, we're in Japan, we're in Brazil, and we'll be opening up offices elsewhere in key markets in 2021 and 2022. And our technology has been recognized and awarded. And this is not just us. This is actually for many companies that are taking the time and spending the resources to develop the technology to make our farms safer, cleaner, and more efficient as well. We continue to make partnerships with global companies, and we continue to make innovations in the industry as well. We are probably one of the first companies in Korea to have livestock insurance policy. Our CEO is a PhD in computer science, and she continues to write scientific paper to make sure that our technology is vetted and proven and tested in the academic world. One of the things that we are working on is a blockchain-based traceability project where we're putting in all of the data that we have so far onto a platform where they could be safely shared. So imagine this, if you go to a supermarket and you scan a QR code on a meat, we could tell you where that beef came from, where the cow was born, how many times it was actually sick, how much of a medication it actually received. So you're not just getting an information about how the beef was transported from a warehouse to the supermarket, you're actually getting the full history of the beef, and you could actually make a decision as to whether to eat that product or not. We truly believe at the end of the day that when animals are healthy, we are healthy. This is actually possible because we continue to develop data, we continue to develop technology surrounding this old yet very, very important industry. Thank you for listening.